Okay, I'm not from the States, but this is relative for the States as well. I was earlier talking about Canada. Now, for the States, you need, like when you're going, you need 3 witnesses. By 2 or 3 witnesses shall the matter be decided. Authorities. What authority is you going to bring into court? Now, so you bring in your authorities, and you're the authority. You know, when it's all said and done, when it's all finished, you're the author. You're the authority, but you're quoting authorities. So which authorities in the United States? Ashcroft, Haynes, and Pulaski are the 3. Those are your 1, 2, 3. Bang, bang, bang. And Trigley versus Pagliaro, I mean, that's the coup de grace. You know, statements at counsel and arguments and briefs don't constitute facts before the court. They can't speak, they can't write, and they can't read. When you do it first, their standard, they have to accept their guilt and silence. The Fifth Amendment privilege of self-incrimination is for federal employees. In the state, you get to speak, and you speak first, and they accept their guilt and silence every time. There is no deviation from this script when you get to court. So you want to beat them ahead of time. And when you're going for a presidential pardon from your state governor, you want to get the state governor. So you got your, the scales of justice get balanced. You have George III, and you get 3 Georges. Balance, the presidential pardon. Can't speak to you. You have to stop and think about in the republic. Where do you stand? In the Republic of the United States, the President of the United States does not have the balls to tell a free man what to do. No way in hell does the President of the United States have the balls to tell a free man what to do because of what the Constitution of the United States says. And when you quote the Constitution under equal protection clauses, you can read. It's an honor and a privilege to read in court. So, you want to quote the under equal protection clauses because you're outside. It's your words. Let me read you your rights. Don't read me, but you can't. You've been trying to do that for too many. You're making mistakes. No, my rights. I'm a free man. You can't read me my rights. I can read myself. I read it. Let me read you your rights. You have the right to remain silent. Everything you say can and will be held against you in a court of law. And if you can't afford an attorney, the court will appoint one for you. Don't you remember? You got to talk to the Crown Counsel or the district attorney first. Every time you go to court, if you're talking to a law enforcement officer, no, you must accept your guilt in silence. You have to talk to a lawyer before you get to court. Every time you go into court. No exceptions. You don't see a police officer taking anybody to court. Never happens. No, they got to talk to a lawyer. You got to stop and think. Why? How come you're talking to a lawyer? If you talk to and they force you to talk to a lawyer so they can keep it balanced down on the bottom. Well, you're not, like when you're in the bottom, you're at the bottom. And they drag you down. It wasn't your decision to be a police officer. You can talk to whoever you want. Police can't talk to you. You're not a member of the family. You got to be a member of the mob. Mob justice, like they're enforcers for the mob. It was their decision, not mine. I don't like the idea, like I want them to be able to speak to people properly. You try to speak to the police and it's, oh, I'm the authority. No, you don't get to make the decision. You get to listen. What? I got a problem here. What? You're the problem. I need you to fucking stop being stupid. You're getting yourself in trouble. What are you gonna, like the police are running around being stupid. You gotta stop, gotta stop being, putting the BS. You don't know. It's okay. You don't know. Nobody knows everything. Take 5 minutes. I'll come back tomorrow. What? I got time. You're busy. I'll go read the legislation, come back and tell you how stupid you are if that's what you want. But no, we gotta stop doing the crazy things. But if you want a presidential pardon, so you got senator, secretary of state, and the speaker. There's only one politician in the Republic of the United States, in the District of Columbia. One politician can speak. That's the speaker. Yeah, one. Everybody else farts out of their face, and he has to read so he can speak. It's in reverse. Then you got to drag a piece of shit in front of the speaker. Yep. Fucking weird, eh? Politics really, money. It's not. They're not politicians. They're money. They're money men. M&Ms. M&Ms. Just going through the system. Like it's simple human anatomy. Oh man. They're being digested, and the end result of commerce. What happens when you consume? 24 hours later, there's a representation of what happened yesterday. What's left? That's all that happens in Washington, is a representation of what everybody's been consuming comes out in Washington, and it gets worse every time, because they're under the water line. The smell doesn't radiate out of the District of Columbia. They managed to keep the smell down because, oh, geez, if we're underwater, you can't smell to the same degrees you can in the air. That's exactly what it's, you can't, just because you can't, we've got to use we got 5 senses, and the Fifth Amendment privilege against self-incrimination is the Justinian Fifth. You sign the Constitution. You look at the original document. No Bill of Rights yet. Okay, you sign the Constitution, go in, you ask the judge. They write, the Declaration of Independence is written in Middle English. So now you have to write the Constitution. So you write the Constitution. Did we get it right? Yeah. You're bankrupt. Oh, Bill. First Amendment, freedom of speech, freedom of press, and you go run in and try again. Yeah, you're writing that bill. Now how are you going to pay me? You got to pay me for the first time. You still owe me money. Pay me. Second Amendment. An individual can pick up a gun. What? I got to pay the bill. I need a gun. Okay, run back to court, try again. Oh, okay, yeah, right. You're right. Okay, you got a gun? And you owe me money. Now you're coming with me. Go back, try again. Oh, you can't bill it. Armed people around me. Okay, come back. Yeah, you're right. I don't want a bunch of people with guns extorting me. Now go back and try again. Fourth Amendment, and come back and illegal search and seizure. You can't steal things from people. Oh, try again. So they go back and they try again, and it's everything you say can and will be held against you in the court of law. When are you going to figure this out, buddy boy? It was your decision. You put it in writing. You came here, quit arguing with me. I'm the judge. Nope. Yeah, you got 40, almost as many amendments as presidents. Everyone, it's like every time you send somebody to the outhouse, they get to try again. They didn't finish the paperwork from the last president, from last jobby, job, biblical teachings, that turned things around. Yeah, he would deceive the world. He sure did a good job at it. Yeah. We look up at the truth, we pull down by the lies, we build pyramids. When you control money, religion, and politics, it's heaven on earth, and there's a line. You have to know all the secrets to get into heaven. And that's the problem about secrets. You can't keep secrets. They keep telling you. You don't realize that, they're telling you their secret. What the big secret they have to, they can't keep a secret. They got to tell you. Before September 11th happened, a couple of real idiots tried to impress me with their stupidity and said things, and it's like, oh, hey, did you hear what they said on television? Yeah. Do you remember you told me that before? The all-seeing eye, the all-seeing eye. Well, that's not my problem. I mean, idiots join Freemasonry. Don't blame me. I'm not a Freemason. You know, if you're not allowed to talk to me, you're not allowed to talk to me. If you're not allowed to talk to me, you're not allowed to talk to your wife, your children. You're not allowed to talk to anybody if you're a Freemason. You have to keep the secret of your stupidity. You don't talk to people. You just do your job. As a slave, you wanted the benefits and privileges of slavery. Yeah, it's lousy being a slave, especially when it's a slave to a fiction because you can't get it in writing from your master. But to get your freedom. That was your problem. I mean, you all get together and you take these oaths together to keep yourselves in line. You know, guys are crazy. You know, go out, put a pocket full of stones in your pocket so you feel a little more comfortable about your friends, because that's what they're, you know, when everything's said and done, that's all they give you is a pocket full of crushed stones. You know, it's a matter of historical record. You check out Crowley. Whoa. We won't go there. We were talking about getting a presidential pardon. You know, common courtesy. Pardon me for speaking. Yeah, absolutely. You sign. Get the judges to witness it. And you get somebody to write up, like the legislature, to write up the pardon for everybody. And then all you want to do is just send in your one piece of paper for a 3 signature, for 3 autograph verification that this, you know, the presidential pardon for the state of Massachusetts has been signed. Then you know, everybody can get a copy that it was signed, and you know, you autograph it to start with. So you need 3 signatures to get 3 autographs. So the governor has to autograph last. So you got to solicit the signature for the governor from the senator. The senator's got to sign it first, send all his documents back to get the signatures in order for that has been read. And that's how you have to start looking how you have to roll things around, do it a little differently about soliciting a signature. And how it's been read. Well, I'm going to sign off here and continue on with the 3rd segment later. Oh, one more point, yeah. Only 7 more days. Not shopping days. You can shop, you can do whatever you want. There's only 7 more days to the end of the age. It's like, what happens after the 21st? Time.